Hello and welcome to Hardspace Shipbreaker. Now, this is a game that has been out in early access for a little while. I guess longer than a little while at this point. I played the holy hell out of it and got a long way into the skill tree and everything. I was really paying down the debt and all that stuff, and they put out word that there was going to be an update that reset all of our progression back to 0, which really kind of sucked. And I stopped playing it for a while. But lately I have been in the mood to do it again, and there's been some other updates that added new things. And I started a profile the other day, and I'm playing on the standard mode, where you get resurrected, but you have to pay for it if you die, all that stuff. And let me think. The intro sequence I thought was really, really well done, so I wanted to record this and show it off before I start playing the game for real again. So I deleted that profile I created, and I'm going to create a new one, and I'm just going to let it do its own talking.
Each day he steps into the yard to earn his wages working hard. I pray to the stars and heaven above to return my daddy to those he loves. If there comes a time when he and death meet, bless the next cutter that takes his seat.
Hello, Cutter 9346-52. Your automated Lynx onboarding experience will now begin. Please observe this important message.
Space, boundless promise, limitless resources, a brighter future. It's here that hard workers like you, the backbone of civilization, will help us pave the way to the galaxy. I'm Calicia Rye Paulson, president of Lynx Corporation's Salvage Division. When my great-great-grandfather Exeter founded Lynx, he foresaw a remarkable opportunity among the stars. His vision eventually brought us the railgates. Now spanning all the way to Jupiter, these are the veins connecting all of modern civilization. And the people flowing through them are its lifeblood. The railgates reinvigorated humanity and are key to our continued progress. You have been selected from among thousands of candidates to join the Lynx family. This is more than just a job. It's an opportunity to be part of the largest, most successful, and most pioneering company in human history. Your dream may be to forge your own destiny one day. Well, work hard, heed your superiors, believe in the Lynx vision. Do this, and you too will get your chance. Your first step is to join our EverWork program. The greatest gift we give our employees, turning death into an ongoing opportunity for learning and growth. With Lynx, death is a fresh start. Good luck.
I am dubious about this.
Video observation complete. To finalize onboarding, your genetic sequence will now be extracted for use with the Lynx EverWork Asset Replacement Program. Don't worry, pain levels during extraction are largely tolerable. Please note, as outlined in Section 31 of your employment agreement, the process of genetic extraction will destroy your original body. Beginning extraction now. Extraction analysis and backup complete. Thank you. Beginning spare generation.
Let me just say quickly that the first time I did this and it said that my original body would be destroyed, I almost backed out of it right there. Take a look at some of these things. Kessler Passage Toll. I thought that was interesting because you saw that happening in the opening cinematic when we flew through that field of debris. Delousing. I guess that was a problem. There was... Look, they even charge us for the display of the fees report, $7.50. So we are in the hole now to the tune of like, what, $1.2 billion? That's exciting.
All right, breathe. You're okay. Everything's gonna be just fine. There you go. plenty of folks feel a bit woozy with their first spare. Anyway, welcome aboard. The name's Weaver. I'm the foreman for yourself and a couple of the other shipbreakers in this region. This here's Morgan Station. She may not look like much right now, but once we boot her up, she'll purr like a kitten. All right, let's test out your orientation control. Do me a favor and look up at that cargo elevator up above. That's it. So that's where all the salvage gets collected to be picked up by the transfer crew. Just in case you ever turn yourself out of whack, use your roll thrusters to reorient. All right, now let's get you flying. Activating your thruster controls now. Try moving around. Now, vertical control. Looks good. Now to finalize these movement checks, I need you to fly to these waypoints. Used to be a cutter myself, you know, till there were some complications with my last revive. Those were early days in the tech, though, so never you mind about that. Oh, almost forgot about the most important thing. Brakes. Get yourself going at a decent clip, and then test them out, why don't you?
I've already done that.
All right. Looks like the bay here was left in a bit of a mess. We're gonna clean this scrap up. Gonna activate the furnaces now. Ah, dang thing. Would you just... There you go. So these furnaces are used to melt down soft metals. Should go without saying that these things are as hot as all get out. So try not to drift into them by accident. Okay, let's get a handle on your grapple tool. This fella here is a shipbreaker's bread and butter. This is how we move salvage around. Activate the beam and hold it to grab an object and move it around. If it's not too heavy, give it a go and move one of these pieces into either furnace. So when you're holding an object with the grapple, you can retract the beam. This will pull a light object to you. If it's heavier than you, it'll pull you towards it.
Oh, jeez.
Damage detected.
I knew that would happen too, and I did it anyway.
Nice job cleaning up all that soft metal scrap, Cutter. Let's move on to the bigger nanocarbon chunks now, shall we? You may have already noticed that these are too heavy to move with your grapple. I'm enabling your scanner so we can check out their structural makeup. Go ahead and boot it up.
When I did this before, I noticed that I was getting paid for all of these pieces, and I figure every little bit helps. So I went ahead and did them.
This mode of your scanner lets you assess an object's structure. What I want you to focus on right now are these cut points. You have quick access to all your tools through your HUD. Just open up the tool selector and choose the cutting tool. All right, Control is giving me the go-ahead to get you cutting. Your cutting tool has two modes. The first one is the stinger. It's designed for precision vaporization of cut points like this. You ready to perform some zero-G surgery, Cutter? Well, let's split this scrap so it's light enough to move. That's how you do it. Okay, let me boot up the processor so you can salvage these. Do me a favor and look towards one of them there, so I can see if they activate right. Yeah, perfect. Wish me luck here, Cutter. Me and technology ain't always the best of friends. Hey, alright, we're in business. Now swap over to your grapple and toss one of them pieces you separated right in there. Well, okay. We're almost done getting this bay in shape. Let's go after that large aluminum chunk over there. Now this beast is way too heavy to move as is. It's also too dense for your stinger to break it down, and there are no structural cut points for us to take advantage of. We're going to have to switch over to the split saw mode of your cutting tool and start slicing this thing down to size. Go ahead and switch cut modes now. Now try changing the angle of the cut. We're in business. I've unlocked the trigger on your cutting tool. It'll split that big chunk clean in two. Go ahead and give her a whirl. I'm going to turn on your salvage indicator so you can track how much work is left to do. This thing will track how much you've salvaged and how much you've lost. For now, let's try and hit that first goal marker. And that's what it's all about, Cutter. The more salvage goals you complete, the closer you'll get to hitting your certifications and ranking up.
It's kind of painfully slow.
Raw material processed. Credits.
Great first shift in the yard, Cutter. Let's head on over to your hab, and I'll show you the ropes there. Now fly on over back to the master jack. I'll put a marker on it so you can find it easy. When you get there, head on in, and we'll get started. Great first shift in the yard, Cutter. Let's head on over to your hab, and I'll show you the ropes there. Now fly on over back to the master jack. I'll put a marker on it so you can find it easy. When you get there, head on in, and we'll get started.
Okay, so I didn't... This was easy though. Of course, this is the tutorial, so I didn't destroy anything.
Congrats, Cutter. You're already on your way up. Head on into your hab, and we'll check things out.
Hello, Shipbreaker. You have 1 incoming transmission waiting.
Now this is really cool. When I played before, we didn't actually go inside this place. We have all of this cool stuff to look at now. And there's a place for the posters that we can get from the ships. I'm really kind of stoked about that. I love decorating things. Look at the view from the window even. Big old handprint on the window. If there's one thing I'm not super happy about here, it's that you don't really like walk around in here. You maneuver by arrow key. You know, come over here. I think if I go to the bed, it'll actually go to bed. I don't want to do that. But you just maneuver around by arrow key. You don't actually go places. You don't just manually walk places or float because we're in space. I seriously doubt there's artificial gravity here. I'll admit there must be, though, because look at that. There's a tool on the floor there. There's a tank on the floor. There's a big old wrench there. Can't imagine that stuff would be there if there wasn't some kind of gravity. But let's go to the terminal and read what it wants us to read.
Welcome to your new home, Cutter. Has everything you need. This is officially called a ready-made long-term employee habitation something or other. But round here, we just call it your hab. Now how's about you get yourself some rest, and we'll pick up your training in the morning. Now sleep tight there, Cutter.
Good morning, Cutter 9346-52. Lynx would like to share the following inspirational message. The greatest reward in life is the chance to work hard at work worth doing.
Okay, so there's more tutorial, but I'm going to stop here, and I will come back and continue. And I want to try to go through the whole process this time, and because I really enjoy this game and I want to be able to play it again. So like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here. We'll pick it up next time. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you again next time. So on that note, bye for now.